What if I told you that NASA might be hiding something from us, something powerful enough to change forever the way we understand the universe? Discoveries so shocking that, if revealed at the right time, they could have shaken not only science but also humanity's very sense of identity. Why do some truths reach us only in fragments, years later? And who decides what we are ready to know? Think about it. While they show us breathtaking images of galaxies and planets, maybe the real secrets are locked away behind closed doors. Could we already have evidence of life beyond Earth? Or even signs of something far greater? And what if that knowledge is being filtered, as if we're only allowed to see a small piece of the story? This isn't just about astronomy, it's about power, control, and revelations that could flip the game upside down. Because once the truth leaks, nothing can stop it. It's like opening Pandora's box. Once exposed, reality will never be the same again. So, buckle up, stay with me until the end, and don't forget, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video. Because what you're about to discover might just be the very thing they never wanted you to know. Imagine staring at the night sky and realizing that everything your eyes can capture, planets, stars, galaxies, represents only a tiny fraction of reality. Scientists discover that about 95% of the universe is invisible. Sounds like a magic trick, right? But it's pure science. What if everything we believe to be all there is just the tip of the iceberg? Doesn't it make you wonder how much might be hidden right in front of us, shaping everything silently? If this mystery excites you, hit subscribe and let's explore deeper together. This invisible stuff, called dark matter, acts like cosmic glue. Without it, galaxies would simply tear apart. It's like being in a dimly lit room where the structure holding everything up is hidden behind the walls. Strange, isn't it, that what we can't see is actually what keeps everything in place? Have you ever thought about how much of your own life is held together by forces you don't notice? Kinda wild when you stop to think about it. But that's not the whole story. There's also dark energy, a mysterious force accelerating the expansion of the universe. Imagine the universe having a hidden motor, constantly pushing everything farther apart. Where exactly are we heading in this endless expansion? It's like sailing in the open ocean with no land in sight, just trusting the waves. And what if that sea has no end? If that thought stirs something in you, share this video so more people can wonder along with you. When scientists say 95% of the universe is invisible, it's also an invitation to rethink how we see our own lives. How often do we focus only on what's visible and forget the hidden things behind it? Have you noticed how the strongest influences in your journey are sometimes invisible? Emotions, memories, even intuition? The universe seems to be reminding us that the unseen can be far more powerful than what's right in front of us. Think about the stars sparkling above. They look bright and clear, but they're supported by invisible structures we can't see. Isn't life the same? Someone may smile, but behind that smile lies a silent story. The universe mirrors our lives, a visible surface with a hidden essence. Doesn't it make you wonder if the real key to understanding everything might be in what we can't see? Chilling thought, right? Now imagine if someday we could access this hidden universe. What would it be like to actually see the invisible energy shaping everything around us? It would be like wearing special glasses that reveal what was always there but never noticed. And what if those glasses existed for daily life too? Would we see our choices differently? This possibility opens doors not only for science but for how we experience existence itself. And the most intriguing part? Every new discovery brings even more questions. If we don't understand 95% of the universe, what else are we missing? Doesn't it make you feel small in the face of such a massive mystery? It's like opening a box, only to find countless smaller boxes, each hiding bigger secrets. Every time we think we know, we realize how little we actually do. And just when we think it can't get stranger, another cosmic revelation appears on the horizon. Scientists revealed that Jupiter's moon Europa may have more water than all Earth's oceans combined. When we think of oceans, most of us picture the vast blue stretches on Earth. But imagine a moon, far away orbiting Jupiter, hiding beneath its icy crust, an ocean deeper and wider than anything here. Europa could actually hold more water than every ocean, sea, and lake on Earth combined. Doesn't that make you wonder, if water is the essence of life, what could be waiting down there? And hey, don't forget to subscribe if you want to dive deeper into mysteries like this. Scientists believe Europa's icy shell is several miles thick, but beneath it lies a massive ocean kept liquid by heat from the moon's inner core. It's like a frozen lid covering a hidden treasure chest. Can you picture it? A secret world locked away, waiting to be discovered. And if life thrives in Earth's deep, dark oceans, why couldn't it thrive there too? What do you think, could we really not be alone? On Earth, life has been found in the most extreme places, boiling hot vents at the bottom of the sea, toxic lakes, even in frozen tundras. So if tiny microbes or even more complex organisms can survive here, doesn't it seem likely that Europa's oceans might also be teeming with life? Imagine creatures adapted to total darkness, glowing softly like living lanterns. Wouldn't you want to see what they look like? Just think about it, Europa's hidden ocean could be a mirror of our own, but with mysteries we can't yet imagine. Exploring it would be like opening a book written in a language we don't know but desperately want to learn. And the question that lingers is, if we do find life there, what will that say about the universe itself? Wouldn't it mean life is not rare but common? Doesn't that shake the very core of how we see existence? The mere possibility transforms Europa from just a cold moon into a potential cradle of alien biology. Picture explorers drilling through the ice, sending submarines into that alien ocean. What would they find? A desolate silence or a thriving ecosystem beyond our wildest dreams? The thought alone is enough to give anyone goosebumps. Have you ever wondered if humanity is ready for such a discovery? And beyond the science, there's something almost poetic here. Water has always symbolized renewal, life, and connection. What if the greatest reservoir of it in our solar system is hidden in a place so distant, yet strangely familiar? Would it change how we see ourselves on Earth? Perhaps remind us that life is more resilient, more universal than we've ever dared to believe? Every time scientists study Europa, they get closer to answering questions humans have carried for centuries. Are we alone? What does life mean beyond Earth? And if Europa does hold the answer, it could be the first chapter of an entirely new story for humankind. But before we get to the end of that chapter, another cosmic mystery is already sending strange signals our way. Imagine picking up a signal from the depths of space, a sound that traveled for billions of years just to reach us. These are called fast radio bursts, or FRBs, and they're among the most mysterious signals we've ever detected. Some last just milliseconds, yet carry more energy than our sun produces in days. Doesn't that make you wonder, who, or what, could generate such a burst? And hey, if cosmic mysteries fascinate you, don't forget to subscribe for more mind-bending stories. At first, scientists thought they might be glitches, maybe even interference from Earth. But the more they studied, the stranger they became. These bursts weren't random. Some even repeated, like an echo coming from across the galaxy. Have you ever heard a faint knock and wondered if someone was there? That's the same eerie question astronomers are asking. Is someone, or something, trying to get our attention? Of course, there are natural explanations too. Colliding stars, magnetars, or black holes could be responsible. But here's the twist, none of those fully explain the repeating bursts. Imagine hearing footsteps in your house when you know no one else is there. You could blame the wind, maybe the house settling, but deep down, wouldn't you still wonder if something else was moving in the dark? That's how FRBs feel, science on the edge of the unknown. What fascinates people most is the possibility that FRBs could be signals from other civilizations. Think about it, if humans broadcast radio waves into space for barely a century, what might an advanced civilization be capable of? Would they use bursts of energy as beacons, like lighthouses guiding ships through the night? And if so, doesn't that mean we might already be in the middle of a cosmic conversation we don't yet understand? Even skeptics admit the timing and repetition of some bursts are curious. Some arrive every 16 days, others in strange clusters, as if they're following a pattern. And when nature shows patterns, humans instinctively look for meaning. Isn't that what we've always done, look at the stars and try to connect the dots? Maybe the universe has been talking all along, and we're just now learning to listen. Now picture the moment when a clear message finally comes through. Not just noise, but structured, undeniable communication. How would humanity react? Would it unite us under the realization we're not alone, or divide us with fear of the unknown? Sometimes, just the thought is more powerful than the discovery itself. Have you ever asked yourself if we're ready to meet whoever might be out there? And the wildest part is this: while we keep chasing answers, the signals keep coming. Every new burst adds fuel to the mystery. Some might be natural, sure. But what if just one isn't? What if one single signal is proof that we're not alone? And as we keep listening to the cosmos, another question emerges: what about the black holes that shape galaxies in silence, hiding secrets just as profound? When most people think of black holes, they imagine terrifying monsters in space, swallowing everything that dares to come close. But here's the twist: black holes aren't just cosmic destroyers. They're also architects, shaping the galaxies we see across the universe. Doesn't it sound crazy that something known for devouring could also be responsible for creating? And hey, if you're fascinated by paradoxes like this, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more. At the heart of almost every galaxy lies a supermassive black hole. Ours, called Sagittarius A*, sits quietly at the center of the Milky Way. It's like the hidden engine of a cosmic city, keeping everything in balance. Imagine a bustling metropolis with invisible laws of traffic. Without those rules, chaos would reign. That's exactly what happens in galaxies. Black holes maintain a rhythm that keeps stars and gas in check. But black holes don't just keep order, they also influence growth. When matter falls into them, enormous energy is released, shooting out as jets of light and radiation. It's like a bonfire so intense it not only burns but also reshapes the environment around it. Can you picture stars forming, planets orbiting, and entire galaxies evolving under this hidden hand? Doesn't that give you chills? Some scientists even argue that without black holes, galaxies wouldn't exist as we know them. They regulate star formation, deciding whether galaxies become vibrant with life or barren wastelands. It's almost like a gardener pruning a tree, cutting here, shaping there, making sure it grows strong. Have you ever thought about how even in your own life, what seems destructive sometimes ends up guiding growth? And then there's the mystery of how black holes connect to the bigger picture. If they shape galaxies, could they also influence the very structure of the universe? Imagine pulling on a single thread of fabric and watching the whole pattern shift. Black holes might just be those threads, weaving the cosmos into something more complex than we can imagine. Doesn't it feel like they're hiding a secret about creation itself? What's even wilder is the paradox of their silence. Black holes swallow light, making them invisible, yet their presence is written everywhere, in the dance of stars, in the shape of galaxies, in the echoes of radiation. It's like a ghost haunting the universe, unseen but undeniable. And if something invisible can leave such a mark, what else in the cosmos might be shaping reality in ways we haven't yet discovered? Every new discovery about black holes challenges what we thought we knew. They aren't just the villains of space, they're the sculptors of cosmic order. And just when you think you've understood their role, another layer unfolds. But as we try to grasp their influence, a different planet nearby teases us with its own secrets, Mars, with traces that hint at a past full of life. For centuries, humans have looked at Mars and wondered if life could exist there. And now, the red planet is giving us tantalizing clues. Recent missions have revealed organic compounds in its soil and puzzling variations of methane in its atmosphere. On Earth, both are strong signs of life. Doesn't it make you ask the age-old question, did Mars once breathe with living organisms just like us? If that curiosity stirs something inside you, don't forget to subscribe for more. Organic molecules are the building blocks of life, and finding them on Mars is like discovering breadcrumbs on a trail. They don't prove life existed, but they whisper that the possibility is real. Add to that the mysterious spikes of methane that appear and vanish, almost like the planet is exhaling. Doesn't it feel like Mars is hiding a secret, just waiting for us to decode it? What makes methane so intriguing is its connection to biology. On Earth, much of it comes from living organisms. So when it shows up on Mars, scientists wonder if tiny microbes could be lingering beneath its rusty surface. Picture underground pockets, warm and shielded, where life might still cling on. Wouldn't it be breathtaking if Mars wasn't just a dead rock, but a survivor keeping its story alive beneath the dust? Of course, there are non-biological explanations too: geological processes, chemical reactions. But here's the catch: even those possibilities don't erase the hope. They still suggest that Mars was once active, dynamic, perhaps even hospitable. It's like finding ruins of an ancient city. Whether people live there or not, the structures whisper that something meaningful once existed. Doesn't that ignite your imagination? Think about what it would mean if Mars truly hosted life in the past. It would prove Earth isn't unique. It would tell us that life finds a way, even in harsh and unlikely places. Imagine the impact on how we view ourselves. Wouldn't it shift the story of humanity from being the exception to simply part of a universal rule? That realization alone could change everything. And what about the emotional side? For generations, Mars has been the stage for myths, stories, and dreams. To confirm it once carried life would blur the line between science and legend. Suddenly, the Martians of old tales wouldn't just be fantasy, but echoes of a truth we almost guessed all along. Doesn't it feel like history and imagination have been walking hand in hand toward this moment? Every rover, every probe brings us closer to an answer. And yet, each discovery raises more questions than it answers. Was Mars once alive? Could it still be alive today? And if life did vanish, what lesson does that hold for us on Earth? As we ponder that, the sun itself reminds us that it's not only a giver of life but also a force capable of disruption beyond imagination. The sun is the reason life exists on Earth. Its warmth fuels our seasons, its light feeds our food, and its energy powers the very rhythm of our days. But behind that golden glow lies a power that can also disrupt everything we rely on. Solar storms, massive eruptions of plasma and radiation, can travel across space and slam into Earth. Doesn't it feel wild to think the same star that gives us life could also plunge us into darkness? Subscribe if you want to explore more paradoxes like this. These storms begin with sunspots, dark regions on the solar surface where magnetic fields twist and snap. When they release, energy bursts into space as solar flares and coronal mass ejections. It's like watching a cosmic lightning storm, except the thunder echoes across millions of miles. And when those storms aim at Earth, they don't just paint the skies with auroras, they threaten the very systems our modern world depends on. Imagine this: in a single hit, satellites could be fried, GPS knocked offline, and global communications disrupted. Power grids could collapse, leaving entire countries in blackout. Doesn't it feel like a reminder that no matter how advanced we think we are, we're still vulnerable to the whims of a star? Have you ever thought how fragile our modern civilization really is when compared to forces of nature? The most famous event, the Carrington Event of 1859, lit up skies with auroras as far south as the Caribbean. Telegraph systems sparked, wires melted, and operators were shocked. Now picture that happening today, with our dependency on the internet, planes, and energy grids. Wouldn't the impact be catastrophic? Doesn't it feel like we're living on borrowed time until the sun decides to remind us of its full strength? Yet, it's not all fear and chaos. Solar storms also gift us the aurora borealis in Australis, the dancing lights that remind us of the sun's beauty. Isn't it fascinating how destruction and wonder come from the same source? Like life itself, the sun gives us both fragile moments of awe and terrifying reminders of power. Doesn't it make you see the universe as a balance of creation and chaos? Scientists constantly monitor the sun, tracking its cycles to predict storms. But even with technology, we can't fully control or stop them. It's like watching waves build on a distant ocean. You know the tide will reach shore, but you can't stop it. And that makes us wonder, if we're at the mercy of our star, what does that say about our place in the universe? Every storm, every flare teaches us something new. The sun is both protector and threat, nurturing life yet testing our resilience. And just as we look up at it, waiting for its next move, another mystery lurks beyond, an object named Oumuamua, Unlike anything we've ever seen, stirring debates about whether it's natural or something far stranger. Back in 2017, astronomers spotted something strange speeding through our solar system. It wasn't a comet, it wasn't an asteroid, it was something entirely new. They named it Oumuamua, meaning scout or messenger in Hawaiian. What made it so mysterious was its shape, its speed, and the fact that it came from outside our solar system. Doesn't that make you wonder, what kind of story could an interstellar traveler be carrying with it? If you're hooked on mysteries like this, hit subscribe. Oumuamua didn't behave like anything we'd seen before. Instead of the usual tail that comets leave behind, it was oddly clean. Its shape seemed elongated, like a cigar, or maybe even a pancake, depending on how it reflected light. Scientists scratched their heads. Have you ever looked at something so unusual that no explanation seemed to fit? That's exactly how astronomers felt watching this object slip past. Then came the speed. Oumuamua accelerated in ways that didn't quite match gravity alone. Some suggested it could be propelled by sunlight, like a cosmic sail catching the solar wind. Others whispered, what if it wasn't natural at all? Doesn't the thought of alien technology gliding silently through our system send chills down your spine? After all, what better way to scout new worlds than with an object disguised as a rock? Of course, skeptics argued for natural explanations, an icy fragment shedding gas we couldn't see, or some exotic type of comet. But none of those theories fully closed the case. Oumuamua remains the riddle that refuses to be solved. And maybe that's why it fascinates us so much. Have you noticed how sometimes the lack of answers draws us in even more than the answers themselves? What makes it even more compelling is the symbolism. Here was the first confirmed interstellar object to pass by us, a messenger from another star system. Imagine a bottle floating in the cosmic ocean, drifting for eons before washing up at our shores. Doesn't that make you wonder how many other messages are sailing through the universe right now, unseen by our eyes? And whether natural or artificial, Oumuamua forces us to confront a deeper question: what would contact look like? Would we even recognize alien technology if we saw it? Or would it pass us by, dismissed as just another rock in the sky? Sometimes the extraordinary hides in plain sight, waiting for those curious enough to look closer. Isn't that a lesson about life itself too? Even though Oumuamua is long gone, the debate it sparked still lingers. Scientists are already preparing to catch the next visitor. Because one thing is certain, if it happened once, it will happen again. And the next time, we might be ready to uncover secrets the universe has been keeping for billions of years. But before we get there, we've now completed our journey through all the cosmic mysteries promised in this story. So now the question is, what do all these discoveries really tell us? If 95% of the universe is invisible, if moons like Europa may hide oceans, if Mars once breathed life, and if even mysterious objects like Oumuamua pass through our skies, doesn't that mean the universe is far more alive and mysterious than we ever imagined? Maybe the real lesson here is that life is not about having all the answers, but about daring to ask the right questions. What if the truth has been right in front of us this whole time, waiting for us to notice? And more importantly, are we ready for what comes next, when the universe finally reveals its deepest secrets? Think about your own life for a moment. How often do you limit yourself to what you can see, ignoring the invisible forces shaping your path? Isn't it time to look beyond the obvious and embrace the unknown, not with fear but with curiosity? The universe is calling us to expand not just our vision of space, but our vision of ourselves. And maybe that's the ultimate secret hidden in the stars. That discovery begins inside us, every time we choose to wonder. So tell me, do you believe we are truly alone, or do you think the cosmos is filled with voices we just haven't learned to hear yet? And if proof of other life appeared tomorrow, how would it change the way you live today? Leave your thoughts in the comments, because this conversation is bigger than any of us, it belongs to all of humanity. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and share this video. Because only by staying connected can we continue exploring stories that transform the way we see the universe and ourselves.